Very nice to meet you, everybody here. Welcome to this Thursday training. My name is Axel Axelsson. I'm a diamond with the company. I'm gonna be here with you for maybe 15, 20 minutes to create something that possibly will create something for you. Okay, that's the main goal for a training. That's something that you can learn. Maybe you've seen everything that I talk about. Maybe you learn one great thing that will be good for you. So we're going to talk about how we ignite our business tonight, how we really set our business on, how we start it, how we get the business to really run. Okay, that's what everybody wants. And especially if you're in the business already, you think about your front lines and you want them to succeed. Okay, you want them to go forward. And that's the key in this business, that people who join, they get a successful start. Okay, because start is stop for so many people. In network marketing, people do not get the right the correct guidelines, the right atmosphere. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit, how that applies to our business in reality and what we should do. So if we think about a fire that I've set up here, fire needs oxygen, right, to live. And what do we need for our business to live? What is the fuel in our business? And let's just take it down to the basics. That's very important for me in any network marketing business, and has always been, to just talk about the basics that work. We can have all the online stuff and offline stuff and all the books and all the network marketing pros and whatever, with full respect to every book and every great thinker out there, or a writer who wrote a great network marketing book. When it comes down to it, it's the basics. Okay, and let's talk about the basics, because sometimes people don't want to talk about the basics. Why is that? Because they maybe don't want to do the basics. Well, you hear about these high numbers in network marketing. What about that? John Haremza doing $500,000 a month. The second highest earner now today, Rick Terrell's doing $120,000 per month, some 30 grand per week. I had a dinner with Rick in the convention in Orlando, Florida. And, he paid for the whole table, and that was not table for four. It's like a table for 18 people. And I was like, yeah, this is nice. I've been there, but not there where he is, where you just have the money. Okay, because I talked also to a great leader in Denmark that and we were speaking in the last day of the conference. I'm talking about the Dorian conference when the hurricane was there, in Florida. And you are getting the atmosphere still from that, because of course everybody who was there got fired up. Something was ignited, something happened. Okay, and this leader told me, well, because we were talking about trainings and all that, and I'm a training guy type. What I like about network marketing is everything, but what I love about it is the training aspect of it. Because in the end, what will really create your organization, it's not luck, it's not the right people, it's the training. It's the training that will create the platform for everybody to rise in the business. Okay, to be the best they can, be a great recruiter, great people's person, to be great in getting people forward, a great people's person. Because in this business, we are, working with people on their, on everything they have, you understand. So What is it that really fuels our business? Well, it's the list. Yes, if you've been in the business for 5 years, 10 years, like me for 20, 30 years, it's the same. I don't care if the list is your Facebook list or the phone list or the written list. I encourage everybody to take every contact, the Facebook contacts, the phone contacts, the work contacts, every contact, and write it down on a list. Like we were taught in network marketing 20, 30 years ago. It never goes away, okay? Because this is the fuel in your business. It's just like with the, we have the cars with the fuel, right? Okay, now we have electricity cars. Well, that is fuel as well, people. So we gotta have a list of people. At first, it's easy. It's easy to have all those people on Facebook and all those people in your phones. But, if you are really working this business, I hope you will run out soon, because then you're really working the business. This is the oxygen. This is the oxygen in your business. This is what creates success. It's about hustling. It's about being on Facebook, adding people. It's about talking to somebody. Yeah, the 3-foot rule, the good old 3-foot rule. Talk about the business with everybody around you. We gotta be there still. We will never get out of that. We love the Facebook. We love the social media, everything. It's great. We post and people come to us and they want the product and they want the opportunity. But I want everybody in my organization to be the masters of the inviting part, which means that if you meet somebody, I can say that people that build like 100% online, just posting and all, everything like that, we've always said, you can build like 60, 70% online if you want, but you gotta build offline too. So you have to be the master of the invite, which means that you just have to share your story, how you came on board. Stefan called me, or Patrick called me, or Patrick was online. I saw his picture about a product and I started to talk to him on Messenger, blah, blah, blah. You got to know the story and build a rapport is very important when you're talking to people. And this is something that you should do also offline. You will, when you go to the Christmas parties this year, and people are going to be, they have been watching you being online, like pondering there, the pictures and everything. So, and they tell you, so Patrick, or so Michael, so Brintis, so what are you really doing? I saw you posting these coffee pictures. What are you doing? Okay, now you better have a line. You cannot be like, well, I have a link for you. You have to be able to report. You have to be able to create a dialogue about it. Not telling about Valentus, not telling about the compensation plan, not explaining the legacy bonus, but creating curiosity, to bring that person to the place where you can say, well, maybe we should talk, we're here in the Christmas party. Maybe we should talk next week. Is next week good for you? I'm very busy. Or the week after that. So you create the appointment, okay? The person says, well, I have time next week, definitely. Yes. You say, well, yes. Well, what's better for you, the Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday? So you give them a choice and you narrow them down and you bring them down to the place where you have time. I will teach more about this. And then you say, let's talk Wednesday around 5 o'clock next week. Yes, great. But you're in a Christmas party and then you confirm it. Hey, Patrick, it's great that we have set the meeting next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. I was just thinking, I'm really busy that day. Can I trust it 100% that you will be online, ready on the phone when I call you to look into this with me? So you create that. Okay, so this is what we have to be clear about, that the fuel in our business is that's the people. Okay, it's a people's business. Like any business is people business, right? So we have to go from there and understand it the whole time. until Royal Diamond or whatever the name is, we gotta know always and respect that it's a people's business. And at first, it's our turn to talk to the people up front, online or offline. I don't care. Just talk to as many as you possibly can, as fast as you can. The legacy qualified thing there, this is the key, people. This is where you should be working, starting your people. I think this is not getting through, as it should, because you just need, for new people, you need to sponsor 3 people on the business builder or the rupee package or the CSP, the career success pack. Okay. These are the 2 bigger packs, right? Not difficult. The 400 BV, the 800 BV packs. So you need to sponsor 3 people like that and you become legacy qualified. I'm not going to talk about here what legacy qualified means. Get that from your upline, but if you haven't, you need to know that, because that's the key to this business, and it's the key to recruiting people from other companies also. When you talk about the legacy bonus that you get after sponsoring the first 3, you're getting the legacy bonus, like 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You know the rule there. And so I say that when you have, become legacy qualified, your journey really starts, because it opens up for the compensation plan. Of course, it opens up for all the money that comes with the legacy qualified bonus. It's incredible. You're getting like 100 and 100 and 100, and you're like, you don't know where from until this Friday, where you're getting paid for the week before. And you're like, what? I didn't know that somebody on my 18th line sponsored somebody, and it was in my, this was in my foundation team, which means that these guys were, are the 100 bucks are going up to me. It's incredible. And it's what it creates, the excitement that sometimes is missing now from network marketing, where you're getting like a bigger check. You're getting the bigger check, a bigger check than you anticipated. It's always good to have, the compensation plan of Valentus is very clear, but the legacy bonus can be a little bit tricky, to you kind of don't know until payday how the legacy bonus can be coming in. You can find it out, of course, before, but I'm not sitting over my back office and compensation plan every day. That's not the way to do it, in my view. I just build with my heart and go on, and I hustle and I do the business and I recruit people and I talk to people and add people on Facebook, and I wake up and I early in the morning and I go to Facebook and I add somebody and I follow up with somebody, and you do the hustle. That's the way to do it. And then you look at I have an idea of what my paycheck will be every week, but I don't know it exactly. So about the foundation team, the first 3 that you sponsor, I tell you, just do it. Just, do the 3. Okay. It's 3 people on the business builder package or the CSP. If you have a product person that wants to retail where that is possible, or, just somebody that wants to order some products, just let them order the products and let them be one of your first. You understand? These are not necessarily your greatest business builders. They can be, but just go through them. Just sponsor 3 people in. Just get them in there. Just finish it. Take care of it. Become legacy qualified. And I think that people have to know that we are doing this. I don't remember. I think I did it in a couple of days or something. I was structured Emerald in I think 3 weeks or something, structured with a 5 and a 5,000 points in each Slack. And it was I just created a focus. I was not thinking about the compensation plan. I just went there and I did what I was supposed to do, and I hustled. So, and the good thing about the legacy qualified and the legacy qualification is that people get paid for it. and people get paid for it just okay. So you sign up 3 people for the business builder package. That's $300 for you right there. And you know, I'm saying, if you haven't done it yourself, don't you know, don't be disappointed about that. That's just great, wherever you are. But start to duplicate that. You know, this is something that should happen in the first 5 or 10 days, or even 48, 72 hours. You know, just get those people on board. If you start, you know, 3 people on the CSP pack, that's $600 for you there. And on the way, you will probably meet some people that do not want to go for the Ruby or the Emerald package. So they're going for the 1 product or 3 products or 6 products. And what sponsor bonuses do we have there? Yes, 20, 40, 60. And that counts also. That counts also. Okay, so then you just duplicate that. I'm telling you, it's so easy. Then you just start to duplicate that. And it takes time for organizations to really, you know, get down to what really matters. And what's happening with Valentus is that suddenly the leadership, everybody it's there. It has always been there. But now everybody is kind of duplicating the right thing. So for every team, okay, your team, your 2 legs, okay? And maybe your upline is within this or whatever. Just everybody should be there on encouraging everybody to become legacy qualified. You understand? So everybody should be on the page that, okay, oh, you're not legacy qualified. Okay, so how did you start? What have you been doing? So everybody should be on board there. If you meet up if you meet up in a city, in Stockholm or whatever, for a meeting or for a chat offline, you know, which I encourage people to do, this is the conversation that should be taking place. Isn't everybody legacy qualified here? You know, it's okay not to be, but just come out. Okay, let's, you know, we gotta get you legacy qualified. Just finish that. And this is when, you know, the business is really hot, when people are signing up. So use the heat, why do people sign up with you? It's because they are really, really excited for the business. You know, a great upline can blow that. I'm telling you, even great uplines or great leaders can blow that. They sign somebody and they've signed so many people up on this package or this package. So they forget that the heat is there for the first hours, 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, maybe maximum 5 or 7 days. You know, the real excitement where you have presented the business for a couple, and you finish the Zoom meeting, or you know, go out from the coffee house if you met them in a coffee house, or you go from their home if you met them there, whatever. The meeting is finished. You go home, you think, well, 1 more presentation, one less to go, 1 less, you know, for the whole presentations I'm gonna do. I'm there and I go to home to sleep. But they are so excited. They are going to sit for the evening talk about this, and what Michael or Bryndis or Rennie or Patrick or Axel or Gunnar was, you know, oh my God. And did you hear about this? That Gunnar was explaining about the matching bonus and everything. And we were with this company before, and this is all, I don't believe it. And they are so excited that they have to have a glass of red wine before they go to sleep. And they go to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning, you know, and wake up at 6 o'clock as normally to go to the job. And they are excited in the morning, drinking their coffee, not your coffee, not the Valentus coffee, but they're thinking about coffee, that coffee. That's the heat moment. That's the heat of the moment there. You know, people are beginning their business. You can call them up at 8 o'clock and they will be, yes, and do you have any more information? You know, what do I do next? Use that. Well, sponsor 3 people right now. Do it. Legacy qualified. 1, 2, 3. And I'm telling you, if you use this heat, it's gonna be good for you. After the legacy qualifying, you need to implement this. It's all about the binary. It's all about the dual team. It's all about matching those legs, having balance on these legs. I don't care if you have a great upline working with you there on the other leg, or if that's not happening or whatever. We build two legs. And you know about the 10% rule, where we need to have in the lesser leg 10% from our personally sponsored. So Valentus kind of creates the environment that we build two legs no matter what. And it's the correct thing to do. So when you are recruiting there after this moment, you have to remember that, we have a dual team. That means that you find your two first people and you can just place them left or right. Every other, if you sponsor then 75 people, you're going to have to put them in each of these teams, right? That's the beauty of the dual system. I can sponsor 100 people. I cannot sponsor them on my front line because I have to put them down in my legs. They are my front line in the aspect of the matching bonus, of course, as we know, which is great, where I help them build their dual teams. But this is so great. We have, we start to sponsor, and we sponsor number one and number two. And well, what do we have to do? Well, we have to, sponsor everybody down into our lines. So that's what you are doing, is that you are creating an empire, right? If you are here and you are, just looking for 500 euros a month or something like that, it's absolutely fine. And I totally respect that. But I'm talking now to you guys here as you're going to build this as an empire, right? Okay. I had a car here in Iceland once, and I had the private license plate Empire. I loved that. People, saw that, and I should probably get it again. I just remembered when I started to talk about empires, but you are building just these two legs. And, when you are going there, you're going to be the master of the universe in this business. You're going to create millions and millions of dollars in revenue in each leg. So how important is it when you are starting in your first days, in your first weeks, in your first months? How important are your positions? You understand? These positions that you have there in your legs are absolutely, well, you cannot put a price on them, right? Because you can tell people, well, anyone who comes into these legs, doesn't matter, well, the sooner you get in, it's probably going to be more volume and faster. But everybody who joins these two legs, my two legs, is going to be a millionaire, or, well, maybe if they don't order their 100 PV, or, they don't do theirs of ordering 3 products a month or something. But this is the mindset that you have to have after legacy qualified. It's just legacy qualified, and then you do the 2 lines. And you need to you have to be focused on creating emeralds, structured emeralds. I'm not talking about the ones, I like the thing about the CSP where people get the emerald recognition and 1 level deeper, in pay level, matching, and so on, a little bit of bonus. But I'm talking about emeralds, structured emeralds with 5,000 building up to become a diamond. For a diamond, you have to have 3 emeralds. For a double diamond, you have to have 2 emeralds and 1 diamond, right? So it all begins from the emeralds. And you need to look very careful then on your personally sponsored emeralds. Everybody should be duplicating, a person on your 24th level should be getting the duplication of being legacy qualified, building to emerald, and becoming an emerald factory. This is the way that everybody, if you know the compensation plan, this awesome compensation plan that Valentus has for us, that is, when you begin to understand it deeply, you will understand the power of it. And it's not until then. So I'm trying to, Rick Gerels is doing great stuff there. He's explaining day after day after day the compensation plan. Why is that? He is the second highest paid distributor with the company. It's because he understands what we have there. It's because he sees, oh my God, we got that. And he's trying to put that down very simply. So until triple diamond, this could be double diamond. This could be, I don't think diamond, but double diamond or even triple diamond. I think that, this is a wisdom or knowledge or whatever that I have from my, a company that I built with for more than a decade. Made a lot of money there. And I can tell you that this is the main, sometimes people talk about management mode. And what do people really mean there? Well, it means that if we look at, what am I saying when I say 80% wide? I'm talking a little bit like from a breakaway system there, but we have personally sponsored, right? That's the wide, okay? That's the wide. 80% of your time, and this can be a little bit tricky, should go into sponsoring on your front line, personally sponsored people. 80% of your time. 20% should go deep, okay? Maybe when you become a blue diamond or a royal diamond, this kind of switches, okay, turns around. So, and it happens quickly, okay? When you have $200,000 a month or $100,000 a month, you will probably have to kind of switch this a little bit because your organization is going to need you more for training, support, and leadership, okay? But until triple diamond, you're building like this, 80% wide, look, where you are sponsoring personally, and 20% deep. So what do you do with the 20%? We've explained the 80%, right? You come into the business, become legacy qualified. Okay, this is where you start. And then you continue to sponsor on your front line, as I call it. So what do you do with the 20%? Well, you drive the line steep. This means that you work through your organization. You cannot look at yourself. Maybe you have to find somebody there. You find a person who has unstable legs, but is running one of them like fast, and they have somebody with them that's not, doing the other leg or whatever. And you focus on, okay, wow, this person is recruiting a lot of people. There's a lot of CSP packs going on there. There's a lot of Ruby packs going on there. So you go into this line, you talk to the person, doesn't matter where she is, what line, whatever, she's just in your downline there, somewhere in either leg. And you start to work with this person. And you become absolutely certain that this person knows everything about getting legacy qualified. If the person is not, everything about becoming an emerald factory, becoming a diamond, a double diamond, triple diamond, and all that. And this is where this might not be the locker, as we call it. When you build even further down this line through this person, you get to know the people. So you're not just here on the top, like, and everybody is building there beneath you, and you come to a conference and you don't know anybody. If you come to a conference and you don't know anybody, below your second or third level or whatever, how you make that out. Well, I'm not sure how long your business will live or how fun it will be, because when you come to a conference where you have people in your downline, everybody should be coming like, hey, I haven't met you in person before. Hi, great to meet you. And you should have talked a lot before and worked together, right? So it's about finding the locker. Maybe there's a person from another company that brings, builds up to double diamond or triple diamond like that in just a flash of a second, okay? Really deep in your organization. I would say that's a locker, because this person makes so much money and people there, and so and this person has all the leadership to run that factory there. So this is where you have locked the line. And the beauty of it is that we really have two lines. So we really need to just find two lockers in each line. So if you think about it, well, it's not, I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's so there in front of you. especially if you have experience with the business. When I was teasing this training today, I said something about the secret of success. Okay. Well, I'm a network marketer. I consider myself a pro. So whenever I have a training, I want to create a little bit of curiosity. And I don't know if you remember this movie with Michael J. Fox, The Secret of My Success. I don't remember it right now, but I remember I loved that movie. And was that a trick question from me? Well, maybe. If I don't know if you thought that you would be learning all the secrets of success in this training, like a regular Thursday training that we always have here. Good for you who are new to know that. But I can tell you that the secret of success is talked about in the best magazines and on board meetings and with the greatest trainers and minds out there every single day. And that if I had the key to the secret of success, well, this wouldn't be difficult. But it might be a trick question, but maybe it isn't a trick question, because 80% of success is showing up, right? This is something that, unexpectedly, Woody Allen said this. I don't know. He was so successful in a way with his movies and his storytelling, but he had a little bit of a rough time in the when he was finishing that career. Anyway, but I think this is a great line, so I applaud you. 80% of success is showing up, and I kind of agree with this. I can tell you, being in network marketing, in media, in real estate, I think this is a key thing there. Just show up. You are here on the training. You could see a recording of this, of course, later tonight or tomorrow or whatever. But you are here, and that's what really makes you the secret of success, because you are here and you are hearing the information that matters to go forward, right? We can talk about belief, goals, consistency, hard work, discipline. The list goes on of great words written in great books. I'm not saying they're not important. All of them are important, and I love the discipline one. I read a book, Master Key to Success is Discipline, and I really agree with that. But 80% is showing up, is being there, right? Being there on the meeting, being there on the call, being there on the meeting with your front line when they are having a three-way, just being there when somebody calls there from your downline, and is, the shipment got somebody, somehow, I was going to say the F word, got up, somehow something, a wrong product came with it, and whatever, all kinds of things that happen, especially with a company like Valentus that is building so fast, so fast. So I say to you on this training tonight, and I'm gonna. This was actually in a respected magazine, an online magazine, Entrepreneur Europe edition. So if 80% of success is showing up, 20% is definitely following up. And I think that everybody who knows this business will agree with me there. Thank you very much for this Thursday training. I hope to see you all soon and well. Have a great recruiting weekend. Thank you.